Peace and love, creatives. It's Sketchbox time. And first thing we do is look at the art on the front of the box, which is by Ali B Arts. And it seems like they did a piece with alcohol markers. And I just love the texture, the way it came out. It's really pretty. All right, let's get into this box. The first two things I take out because they were together is the art and some paper. The art is by Danica Sills and the paper is by Legion. It's hot pressed paper. It has 10 sheets, 140 pounds, and it's 4x6. There's kind of a bit of texture, but with hot press you really don't get a very big textured piece of paper. Next is some Higgins ink in opaque white. And next is the Kiritaki Bimoji brush pen. And the color that we get it in is Scarlet Crimson, which is perfect for the time of year. And the bristles are kind of like a plastic kind of thing. It's not synthetic paintbrush kind of bristles, you know what I mean? Next is a exclusive line brush pen, paintbrush, liner paintbrush by Sketchbox. And we also get another paintbrush by exclusive to Sketchbox, and it's a dagger brush pen. There's me trying to cut the air with my dagger brush pen. After that, we get some exclusive signature Sketchbox acrylic inks. We've actually had inks like these before, and I'm curious to play with them all together afterwards. If you guys want to see a video of me playing with them with the other inks that we got that are similar to this, just let me know in the comments and I'll put it together. Why not? The next thing we have is an empty kind of like paint pen kind of thing. It's like a Posca, and you can just put your inks in there and use it like you would a Posca pen. And there's the sticker and there's the information on all the supplies we got. Now with the paint pen, if you, let's say, put an ink in there and you're done using that color and you want to switch it out to a different color, you can do that. You have to clean out the barrel and soak the nib, but it is possible, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so first thing I want to do, Avi, is check out all the colors of the inks that we got, the acrylic inks, and I like seeing them in their like just natural form first, you know what I mean? And then I'll mix and match and see what different colors I can get. I suggest you do the same thing if you have this box. Don't just go right into an art piece. Play with your materials before you start any kind of project. It'll be well worth it. Like here, for example, where I'm trying to, I don't know, force the ink out instead of using the top of the Higgins cap, which is also doubled as a pipette. Yeah, because I just have, I don't know, it just was it's a very firm top, and I didn't think it was squeezable. But it is, and there you go. That was funny. And I was just having fun mixing all the colors together because why not? And now here I just use the Sketchbox informational sheet as a palette because they didn't provide one for us, and I'm just seeing what different colors I can get while you know, mixing all three colors together, purple and the charcoal, the purple and the blackberry and the goldenrod and the charcoal, you know, and so on. After that, I end up putting the opaque white ink on top, and oh my goodness, it's so opaque. It's so good. It made the colors just like it's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. And the fact that once I put it down, I'll be able to go over them. It's really cool. Now I skipped the sketch, but I did want to keep the line work in because I'm using the line brush that they gave us, the liner paintbrush that they gave us, and it's really good. It's a firm enough tip where I'm not worried of any, you know, if I'm going to press it down too hard, I'm going to ruin my line work. You know what I mean? I had nice and consistent lines throughout my lining of the piece, which is what you want with a line pen, with a liner paintbrush, but unfortunately I struggle with it. But I did not struggle with this one. For the bigger parts of the piece, I used the dagger brush to cover those areas, and it worked pretty fine. I'm not a fan of a dagger brush, but I mean, it's a paintbrush, so I'm gonna use it. Here I took advantage of making the dress of my witch very opaque with the Higgins ink. And yeah, the inks and everything, they work so good. I can't complain. I have no complaints. I try to put like a see-through kind of top look on my witch. I don't know if I succeeded, but that's what that is over there. That's what I tried to do. I kind of messed up, and I guess this is where you wish it was watercolors, because I could just like scrub out my little accident instead of having to try to cover it up. I tried to cover it up, made it worse and worse and worse. So now she just is like a, I don't know, she has a very hard shadow on one side. It's okay. It's just to show you the ins and outs of how these paints work and how the brushes work. I also have two other pieces that I work on in this video. Hopefully you stay to the end. If not, that's okay, but there are different techniques that I use in the next two pieces that might help you. So if you stay to the end and watch it all, thanks. I appreciate it. Here I wanted to see that goldenrod, do like a wet on wet with the goldenrod, just to see that, I don't know, the brightness of the yellow come out, and I think it came out really good. And I also did not use the Kuretake brush pen at all in the first piece, so I decided this piece to make it the center of attention. You're more than welcome to hit the pause button, take out a piece of paper, and draw a pumpkin with me. Paint a pumpkin with me. You know what I mean. It's very simple and straightforward. If you slow it down a little bit, if you need a little bit of help, you're more than welcome to just, you know, slow it down and check it out. But here I'm just making the pumpkin, making it look like rough and wiggly, and the pen is very nice. And here I'm using the Kuretake pen on the palette. I'm using my quotations, and I mixed the blackberry with the Kuretake paint pen to get the color of the vine. That came out really good. I'm sorry, not the color. Yeah, the color of the vine, and the leaves were a little bit more difficult. I had a couple of trials before I got the green that I wanted, but I'm happy with the green that I got. And there's a pumpkin. Here I wanted to show the line variations that you can get with the liner brush, and how easy it was to manipulate, but also it was firm enough that you're not crying because you just made a huge mistake. I've been there. I also wanted to show a little bit of like a wet on wet with just pouring the paint straight onto the paper. And here I'm just trying to make like a fall looking tree. I did some line on the bush, and then I put in the ink. I really wish I just did wet on wet like I did with the left side, because it was more organic and you didn't see that harsh line, and I didn't want harsh lines in this piece. Well, besides the trunk of the tree, I didn't want any harsh lines. you can stop here if you want. I wanted to put a background and I ended up using the charcoal black to cover the entire page. Also, I just like the way it goes on when you put some paint with the wet on wet. It's just, those bloomies are just the best. I made that green again so that I can put like grass on the ground. And once I was done making the tree look a little bit more like a tree, I felt like the background wasn't the color that I wanted, so I ended up just going over again with that blackberry to cover the entire piece. Brought out the bushes a little bit more, and I'm 100% happy with the way it came out. It was a fun, loose piece, and it's perfect. Here are the finished pieces. If you made it this far, leave a pumpkin in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.